Today, we're going to look at tennis trading for Betfair and more specifically, how we can use strategies taken from the stock market and apply it to this trading sport. We're going to be looking at support and resistance levels and using them to find low risk, profitable trading opportunities. And we have live trades to demonstrate it. If it works well for financial traders, can it work well for sports traders? Go grab a nice cold beer or a mojito and let's get into it. So this is going to be a value-packed video. We're going to start with learning how support and resistance levels work with regards to financial trading if you weren't already aware of that. Then I'm going to explain how it applies to tennis trading and obviously show you some real life profitable examples where we've spotted some support levels or resistance levels and it's shown us some low risk profitable trading opportunities. Okay, so there is lots to come, but before we get into it, I've got two freebies for you. Okay, so if you are new to tennis trading and you're looking for a strategy to try out instantly, just download this one. It's Lay the Leader Basic. This will give you one of the best tennis trading strategies, at least in the basic form. And also, if you were wondering how the tennis markets work, what makes the odds move and how you can predict where the odds are going to move, well, we've got the odds prediction formula as well. So if you want any of these, click below to download for free. Okay, absolutely 100% free. And you should just do that right now. Go get your copy now and it should be delivered into your email inbox by the time that this video is done. Okay, so those links will be below this video in a description. So if you want one of those, if you haven't got one of those already, then make sure you click through and grab yours right away. So let's quickly explain resistance and support for those who are new to this. Now, if you look at this image here, and we're going to talk about the support level is where the price will find support as it falls. So if you look at this price, it is ticking downwards and it keeps bouncing off this support price, okay, the support point in the market. So if that price is finding support as it falls, it means that the price is more likely to bounce off this level rather than break through it. So as a trader, if you can identify that support level, well, you know where your entry point should be. And so when it hits that support level, well, that's when you buy. And then you look to trade out when the price goes higher. And resistance is pretty much the same, but just in the opposite. Okay, so as that price goes higher, it's probably going to find some resistance, which is going to stop it from going much higher. So again, similarly, and we can do this obviously in sports trading, is we can lay to back or back to lay based on what we're seeing. So if we can identify a resistance point, we can get in the market at that resistance point and then trade when that price goes lower. And if you're really killing it, you can enter at the support point, exit at the resistance point. That's almost the perfect trade. And so you can kind of see why this is a great strategy for those who trade the financial markets and the stock market and so on, because they will just identify those support points over time, wait for that price to hit that support point, get their money in the market, and then try and stay in for it to hit that resistance point. And then they've made a very nice trade from that. And so that's how you can look at those charts and find your entry points like that. So how does this apply to tennis trading? Well, if you just look at this chart, and we will be trading this match later on in the live demonstration, so make sure you stick around for that. It's a similar concept, and you can see this closely in the tennis markets. And so you can see in this match, this player, Del Bonis, he obviously took an early lead in the match, and his price traded down to what was a support level around 1.2. And you can see that's identified there. If you look at the green pencil marking that I made, not very neat, I know. But anyway, if you have a look at that, you can see where the support was clearly identified. And that is probably where the opportunity was, okay? So look for that support. The price goes back up, and then we saw that happen earlier on. So when it hit 1.2 again, well, we knew there was a good opportunity. Similarly, like we said, the beauty of sports trading, we can do it the opposite way around. If you look at the resistance point, we saw that it hit what looks like around 1.85 was that resistance point in the market before it bounced back down. So obviously, later on, it happened again. And then by the time we took the screenshot, it was back down around 1.45. So just looking at this screenshot, and obviously this happens all the time in tennis, you should now get an idea of how identifying the support levels and the resistance levels can really help you find some great opportunities. Once you've identified them, it is pretty low risk because we know we can get our money in the market around the support point or around that resistance point, and it's not going to go too far against us. Okay, now we're not saying it's guaranteed to go in your direction, but we know that it's pretty low risk once we've identified that support or resistance in the market. Okay, it can still move against you if a player runs away with it, but we know that it really makes it a low risk trading opportunity. So the idea would be, generally, if you're going to do this in tennis trading, is that you would identify support or resistance in the market, then back or lay appropriately. I mean, if it's a support point, you probably want to be laying. If it's a resistance point, then you probably want to be backing. So you just do that appropriately, and then it's just a matter of taking the profit if the price reverses. Okay, and obviously, again, as usual, having your plan, having your exit plan if it does not transpire, and accepting your loss if not. Okay, so it is pretty simple, and obviously I'm going to dive right into some live demonstrations so you can see this for yourself. But before we do that, I would really love it if you could press the like button to help support the channel. If you're liking this video so far and you're liking the concept, well, it's only going to get better from here. So you might want to click that like button right away, but it really does help support the channel. And if you like sports trading content in general and you want to see more videos like this, be sure to also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Otherwise, YouTube might not suggest more sports trading videos to you in future. They do like to hide trading related videos. So click the like button, hit the notification bell, and let's dive into these real life examples so I can show you exactly what I mean and how we can take advantage of support and resistance in the tennis trading markets. So just to show you what I've done in this match, Juan Pablo is leading 2-0 in that first set, 2-love. So we've laid him at 1.22. Let me just show you his starting price, okay? Laid him with a £400 stake, £88 of risk in the market, £88 exposed anyway. So he was a 1.5-ish starting price, and obviously he's gone 2-love up in that first set. So he's gone into round 1.2, which we know is going to be a bit of a support zone. Okay, so that price is probably gonna bounce off there unless of course he really starts to run away with it, but of course it can't go down to 1.01 because it's still the first set. So this is the support zone, and we're anticipating that the price is going to bounce off there, and it should keep it low risk. This is a low risk time to oppose Juan Pablo. Okay, so anyway, we've gone in lay at 1.22, £400 stake, £88 is exposed in the market. Okay, and of course, as I always say, that whole £88 is not going to be risked. We will be out way before that. Okay, so let's see what happens. We need Benoit Paire to get back into this for this to be a profitable trade. So as you can see, we're in a break point situation. So if Paire scores the next point, he's effectively leveled the match, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So for Rias is about to serve. He's got all the pressure on him. If Paire scores the next point, then we've effectively leveled it. It's almost like an equalizer in football. Let's see if he can get it. Not a great first serve. Let's see if he can convert the second serve. Otherwise, we should be back level, and then we should be able to lock in our profits. Okay, and so, yeah, as expected, Paire has pretty much leveled it. It is 3-2 on the scoreboard, but he's now serving, and so the markets assume when you're serving, you're going to win your service game. So now we can lock in that profit, okay? So let's just lock that in. That's £61. And remember, £88 was exposed in the market. There's no way we were risking that whole £88. It was risking probably around 10 ticks if it went completely wrong, okay? Tennis trading always gives you a chance. Now, what I want to show you, we spoke about that support point. You can see here, it's exactly what developed, right? But not only did it develop, you can kind of look at the chart to see the pressure that Paire was putting on for Rias, and it was almost like a drift. It almost drifted away from the support point. Usually it kind of hangs around on that line, but that's also another sign that, I mean, if you're in the trade, it's a sign to definitely stick with it. If you're not in the trade, it could be a sign to get in with it, and the sign that there's going to be a breakout on Paire's price. Varius's price, and yeah, definitely was. As you can see, it's now shot up. Okay, so obviously we knew we're getting in around that 1.22. If worst case scenario, it's probably not going lower than 1.1, and that's in the worst case scenario. But obviously in the best case scenario, it can go up much higher. In this situation, I mean, if that breakback happened later on in the first set, then it would have been an even bigger profit. But it was relatively quickly, so we just have to be happy with that profit there. So anyway, nice quick example for you. So there are more examples to come, but hopefully now you've got a very good understanding of how we can use support and resistance when we are trading tennis. And if this has helped you in any way, do let us know in the comment section below. Also leave a comment and let me know of anything else that is tennis trading related that you want to know about that we should make a video about, okay? Leave that in the comments. This helps us to keep making the videos that you want to see, okay? If you request it, we can try and make it if we get enough requests. So leave that in the comments. We'll check back on those within 24 hours as well. So we're going to back Barbara here in this one. A price of probably 1.38. Let's just try and get matched as soon as possible. We're going to go in there with £100, okay? So let me just explain how we're going to be using support and resistance to help us with this trade. So Barbara was a strong favorite. Obviously, I'm not going to try and pronounce her second name, but very strong favorite, starting at around 1.10. Okay, so now she's fallen behind. She's a break point behind in the first set, as you can see, 4-3. But what we know is that since she is a strong favorite, and obviously the match cannot finish in the first set, is that there's probably going to be some sort of resistance point in the market which will not allow her odds to go much higher. And initially looks like it probably is around 1.5. I do think it can go a little bit higher, but we know that we're quite well protected. It's not like we can put in that £100 and then boom, it's off to 1,000 and our whole stake is gone. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and what I've already done anyway, I've backed her here 1.38. If she can get back into it in this one, we'll just take the profit. If she doesn't, then what we can do is we can back her again at the higher odds and then look to trade from there as well, okay, and take advantage of that price movement. But anyway, anyway, as you can see, they're sitting down. The service game is about to restart, and hopefully we can get out with a profit. Okay, well, that was easier than expected. She got right back into it, Barbara, and her price has now gone into 1.17, 1.18 to lay. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty easy, pretty simple. And now you can see we've now got that £20 of green sitting on Barbara. But I mean, obviously, it would have been a lot better if we could have at least got some price movement against us. But it's a good example. I mean, we entered around, what was it, 1.38. And so obviously we knew that, look, it could go up to 1.5. We had our plan. We could have backed again at 1.5. But after that, it probably wasn't going to go too much higher, maybe 1.6 by the end of the set, because she's such a strong favorite. So that's why you can kind of enter these trades quite confident, knowing that it's not going to go hugely against you if you get it wrong. Okay, so anyway, quick example. We were pretty much in and out. Okay, low risk low risk winning trade right there. So we're going to back Del Bonis in this one at 1.67, and this is definitely well, his price has hit some resistance. It can still go higher, okay, but it's hitting that point of resistance at this very moment. He's won the first set. He's a break point down in the second set, so the markets are starting to assume that we're going to head to a third set, and probably by then both players will be around evens, or maybe Del Bonis will be around 1.9. So as part of our plan, we can back Del Bonis now at 1.67, knowing that if we can back him again if he goes a bit higher, like around 1.8 or closer to 1.9, and take advantage of what is probably the true resistance point. It is probably around that 1.9 mark. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully he gets back into it before then. But anyway, we've entered that market 1.67, and we know that probably the worst that can happen is this price hits evens after that, because remember, he's won the first set. He can't lose the match in the second set. He's already one set up. However, he could win the match in this second set, so that's something to definitely think about. So anyway, as you can see, we've backed Delbonis 1.67, and probably if Ramos wins this service game, we're going to back him again. But I will keep you posted. Let's see if we can get a winning trade. Okay, well, anyway, we made a quick profit there as Delbonis has broken back, brought it to 2-3 in this set. Okay, and now we can pretty much just take our liability out of the trade there at 1.37. I have to move that up to 1.38. You can see how these odds jump around in tennis so quickly. And anyway, we've got £30 free bet sitting on Delbonis, and we can let it run because, like I said, he can win the match in this set itself. Okay, so obviously it's kind of annoying. I want to try and demonstrate some good price movement for you, where maybe we could have backed Delbonis again at the higher odds and done some trading around that. But well, anyway, we got the profit. But you can see how it works. We got in at that point where there is that resistance, and we use it to our advantage to keep the risk quite low on the trade. Okay, then it's just a matter of seeing whether Delbonis can get back into it and if we can make that profit. If not, like I said, we could have backed him again, but he cannot lose the match in that second set. So any loss we do take, if he doesn't get back into it, is not going to be the biggest in the world. Okay, so yeah, just another example there for you. So as you can see, we're just going to get involved in this one. I'm going to back Caroline Garcia here, 2.4, 2.38, 36, 38. That's where we got matched anyway. So anyway, just to quickly show you this, it's 4-2 in the first set. Garcia was the favorite. And now what we can see, if we just look at the chart, so you can see that there's been the drift on Garcia. Now it looks like she's hit a resistance point around 2.76. Okay, and now it looks like it could be on the retrace back in. So what we can do getting involved in this trade is that we know that, you know what, it's probably worst case scenario, this could end up hitting 2.76, but there's a lot of ticks. Well, where did I go? Sorry. There's a lot of ticks to be gained if she gets back into it. She could go all the way back down to 1.5. Okay, so this can really help you weigh up the opportunity and decide whether it's a risk you want to take. Like I said, it's not like we're putting £100 into this market and this could suddenly, a goal flies in and it goes to 1,000 or something like that. It's not like football. We know that that's probably the worst case scenario. We've kind of identified that that's where the resistance point is going to be. Now let's see if she can get back into it. She was the favorite, so the odds are on our side in that aspect. So anyway, let me assess the situation. It's 30-15. So anyway, let's see if she can get back into it. And so as expected, the price has gone back up to that point we highlighted around 2.76. So now what we can do is we can just back Garcia again, knowing that if she does win her next service game, we should get that trade into at least 2.36 or something similar, and we can remove some liability that way. Okay, you do see a lot of repeating patterns in tennis trading, but we've identified that resistance point. So now it is just a case of seeing what she can do in this first set. If DS does win the next game, she wins the first set, and so we would just exit and we would take this loss, which could be around £15-20 or something like that. But anyway, let's see what happens. There's another game at least.
40-15.
Okay, so it's gone 40-15 to Caroline Garcia. So it looks like she's going to win this service game. So that's enough to just move that price in our favor down to 2.4. So a quick successful mini trade in there from backing Garcia at 2.74, laying at 2.4. And that just eases our overall liability on the trade. Okay, so if this trade eventually goes against us, then it should lower that loss somewhat. Okay, but anyway, we're still going to stick with it. We're still going to try and see if she can actually get back into it by scoring a break point, and then we could lock in a better profit that we're more aiming for. Anyway, it's 5-3. Diaz is just about to serve.
Game Garcia.
Okay, so Garcia has got back into it, and her price has crashed in there to 1.69. So it is time to take the profit on that one. Should be a lock in there of £58.60. Okay, so it's not about the profit, it's about teaching you about these support and resistance points and how you can take advantage of it. Because if you have a look, remember I identified it was around 2.76, and so we actually got involved at 2.38, obviously originally, because I thought that was when Garcia had the momentum, but she didn't win that game, so went back up to 2.76. But I took advantage of that, knowing it was a resistance point, and the previous time it hit that, it bounced off it, and we could win a trade. And so we remember we won that extra trade, and then we got the breakout that we were looking for, and Garcia's price is now down and into £58.60 profit. Okay, so not a bad trade at all. Okay, it's actually two trades, and that's what you will do quite a lot with tennis trading. It's not like you just enter with one trade and then cross your fingers and hope for the best. There's so much that you can do. Okay, so anyway, good quick example there of using resistance points, identifying the resistance points, and then using that to help you find a low risk profitable trade. So now you should have a much better understanding of how powerful this can be within tennis trading, and I think it's one of the keys to the success. Now, inside Ultimate Tennis Trading, we do cover this subject of support and resistance and the strategies to take advantage of it in much more detail, and that is the hammer strategy and the hammer reloaded. Now, many members missed out on these because these strategies were actually only added just before the pandemic, and then obviously the pandemic kind of distracted everyone for a little bit. But if you are an Ultimate Tennis Trading member watching this, then check inside your account and definitely check out these strategies, the hammer and the hammer reloaded. But if you're not a member of Ultimate Tennis Trading yet, then on the screen now is a bit of information about Ultimate Tennis Trading. We're hoping to open it to new members at the end of this month. Tennis trading has been absolutely booming this year, and it's going to boom even more, especially in the summertime. So if you do want to learn tennis trading fully, then this is the course you need, and you can get on the waiting list by clicking the link below. It's in the description of this video. And for those who do get on the list early enough, there's also going to be an early bird discount code, okay, and that is to reward the action takers, and those with that early bird discount code for the opening at the end of this month, you're going to get the biggest discount that is available for it. So if this sounds good to you, click below the video to submit your email address and apply for one of these. The early bird discount codes, they are first come first serve, okay? But keep in mind, Ultimate Tennis Trading, it is designed specifically for people who have no clue about tennis, just like me when I started out. And to be fair, as some would argue, I still have no clue about tennis, at least the players and all that sort of thing anyway. But you will learn how to trade a tennis match from start to finish, even if you know nothing about tennis, because it is all in the numbers. Okay, I say this, and it's all in the charts, as you've seen in this video today. You do learn how to do the pre-match research to pick out your own trades. It takes around 30 seconds. The main idea is because you want to find the matches which are going to have the biggest price swings, similar to the price swings we saw in the live examples in this video. You will also learn how to read a tennis match. I mean, what is a good serve versus a bad serve, and how can we use that to our advantage? Very simple, and you'll learn that as well. You get the 3 low-risk strategies, 1 for each set, and then the 2 advanced strategies, which are the hammer and the hammer reloaded. And like I said, those are there to take advantage of the support and resistance points in the market. Okay, so anyway, if you are interested in checking it out and want the chance at the early bird discount coupon, then click on the link in the description. It should be right below this video. And of course, we've got more great tennis trading videos, and this video on the screen right about now is very popular. This shows all the strategies that are working really well in this year particularly, okay, and it's all backed up with real life examples. So I think you should click on that video, grab another nice cold beer, and I will see you in the next video.